So in this lesson of class 4, we will discuss about the microprocessor. Okay. So in the last class, we see this picture and now we are continuing our lesson from here. Okay. So where is the microprocessor? Where is the microprocessor? Let me uh, draw the box around it. So here it is. This one is the microprocessor. Okay. The small chip. That small chip is a microprocessor. This one. This one is a microprocessor. You heard that it's i3, Intel i3, Intel i7, Intel i5. Okay. So this is that much small. This is the CPU. This chip is called the CPU. And because of that chip, that complete box, this complete box is known as the CPU because of that chip. The name of CPU given to that box is because of this chip. This small chip, that this small chip is also called the silicon chip or the microchip or the microprocessor. This is a microprocessor which is generally called as the CPU. So this chip controls your each and everything in the computer. Okay, it controls your mouse, your keyboard, your printer, your speaker, your screen, each and everything is controlled by it. Okay, so let's move towards the next one. Okay, so in the next, what we have, it is located in the system unit. What is located in the system unit? The chip, the microchip, the microprocessor. Okay, this one. In the last picture, in the last picture, the microprocessor we see this one. This one is located inside the system unit. Okay, so the microprocessor is small. Then what do we call this box? What do we call this box? This box, the name of this box is a system unit. It means that the complete system is inside it. Yes, the complete system is inside it. Inside there is a fan, there is a processor, there is a motherboard, there are cables, there are RAMs, and there are so many things. There are DVD-ROM, there are uh, there are your hard disk. So everything is inside it. Everything is inside in your CPU. The CPU, in the system unit, everything is lie inside the system unit, and the system unit is generally called as the CPU. We didn't call this thing as a system unit. We call it CPU is not working. CPU is not working. It's okay. If it's okay if you said it a CPU, it's okay. But the real name of this thing is the system unit because CPU is very much small in size. Okay. So, Amin Mazin. Okay. So, why do we call it a microprocessor? The word micro means small. The word micro means small. Okay. Word micro means small. Okay. Amin Mazin asked a question in the chat. He said, why do we call it a microprocessor? Because this processor is very much small. The previous processors are very much big in size. That's why they name it a microprocessor. Processors are there, but they are very much big. So that's why they call it a microprocessor, the small processor. Okay. So who asked this question? Okay. So that's why we call it a microprocessor. Okay. So the second question is, okay, you're welcome, Amin. So, what do you mean by, okay, I said the word motherboard. It's a motherboard. It's a motherboard. Okay. Where is the motherboard? Let me clear this screen and show you the picture. Let me show you one another picture. Then I will tell you where is the motherboard. Okay. The picture is this one. Okay. So, where is the motherboard? So if you see there are some boards, there are some boards on which the processor is working. So all this stuff, let me, okay, take a pen. So all the complete board, the complete board on which the circuit is placed, it's a motherboard. Okay, all the circuit. Okay, let me clear one thing. This board is a motherboard. Okay, this one is the motherboard because this one is not a motherboard, it's a graphics card or something else. Okay, so your microprocessor is always on the motherboard. Motherboard is a board which consist all the circuits, which consist all the small and the big circuits. See, small circuits, big circuits, every circuit is there. So microprocessor is also placed on the motherboard. So that's why the name of this board is a motherboard. Okay. Now let me move to the next one. So this is a microprocessor. This picture is of microprocessor. This is a big picture of a small microprocessor. This is a big picture of a, yes, Amariman, you're welcome. So this is a big picture of a small microprocessor. So if you see, this picture is from upside. This picture is from upside. We will see it from the downside. I make a picture for you so that you will see. See, this is a fan. This is a fan. If you see, everybody is see the picture. Okay, let me ask. Everybody see the picture on my screen?
Yes, sir. I see it.
Okay, okay.
Sir,
So,
what
No,
is
sir.
single ship? No, sir.
okay.
Single ship.
Sir,
What is
I
single
have
I
ship?
wrote a
Everybody see my
question
sir.
in
screen?
the
What?
chat. Can you answer
Sir,
me?
what
I
is
wrote a
single
question in the
ship?
chat.
Okay, wait for a second. Wait for a second. Let me finish. Then I will tell you. Only ask those questions which we are discussing. Someone is asking what is the full form of MU. Right now, we are not reaching the MU. We are discussing just a CPU. Okay. Remember one thing, these pictures are not in the book. I put these pictures to show you how it look like. Okay. Because no one going to tell you that how it look like. That's why I add these picture so that when someone tell you that how CPU looks like, so that you will say we saw it. So that's why I am showing you the pictures. So you see, where is the CPU? Where is the microprocessor? Microprocessor is under this white cap. This white cap. Microprocessor is under this white cap, and on the above there is a fan, because when the microprocessor works it gets heated up. So that's why in some models they put the fan on the microprocessor so that it will be cooled down while working. And where is the motherboard? The complete board, you see this one, this board, there are so many ICs, you see, big and small, big and small, there are so many ICs there. All these ICs are placed on the motherboard. So your microprocessor is on the motherboard. So in this way, they are working. Okay, let me show you the microprocessor from the downside. So if you take out a fan, if you take out a fan, then under this you will find the microprocessor. Under this you will find the microprocessor. Here it is. Microprocessor is placed on the motherboard. It's placed there. And how it is look like? How it is look like? The downwards. Okay, this one, if you see. So they take out a motherboard, they take out a microprocessor, they take out a microprocessor. The microprocessor is in the hands. Okay, if you see, the microprocessor is in the hand, and you see there are pins, there are pins. This is the downside. These pins are inserted in this board, in this area. These pins are inserted in that board. So this is your complete CPU in one hand. This is the size of the CPU. Okay, so remember, these pictures are for the references. These pictures are for the references. Okay. These pictures are for the references. This is one more picture. If you didn't see the pictures or the pins clearly, if you didn't see the picture or the pins clearly, then now you can see the pins. If you see, there are so many pins available. There are so many pins available. Okay. So you see one. Okay. And let me change the color. One pen. There are so many pens. Small pens are there. So these pens are inserted in the motherboard, and this is your complete microprocessor, which is very much small. This picture is big. This is very zoomed in picture, and but this is very much small. This is very much small in size. Okay. So I told about the motherboard. Motherboard is just an electronic board which is used to put the circuits. Okay. So this is the question of the Rajatava. Okay, what is motherboard? That's I answer this question. So Okay, Adam is asking about who invented the CPU. Adam, CPU is not invented. Okay, CPU was made because the things which were invented are invented earlier. At that time, the CPU is very much big in size. Okay, but the modern day CPU is not invented. It's just made because when the microprocessor is made, they make the small boards, they make the small computers. That's why small bodies are there. So no one invented the CPU. Okay. So how many years does the CPU finished? No, Amin Mazin, no, there is no any years mentioned for the CPU because the small chip you are asking about, the small chip is made in 1958. It's made in the 1958. These are the ICs, and when the ICs were made in 1958 and afterwards, in 1958 and the afterwards, not in the same year, but afterwards, they will make the microprocessor because of the ICs. Okay, because of the ICs, they make it possible so that microprocessor will develop it. Okay. So yes, Jibrail Amin, what do you want to say?
Sir, sorry about that. When I joined the class, automatically my class, I leave by my network issue. Then
Okay.
automatically I leave the class.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
now I join this. Is sorry,
It's okay.
I
You missed something. Okay. Okay.
sorry
It's
for
okay.
late.
Okay. It's okay, Jibrail. Okay. Mohammed Ahmad Siddiq. Yes. What is your question?
Sir, what
Mohammed.
is a single chip?
Sorry. What are you saying?
What is a single chip?
What is a single? What is silicon chip?
Silicon chip?
Yes, you are asking this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. This one, this is the silicon chip. This complete chip, this is a complete chip. It's a microprocessor. This is a complete chip. What this chip is? This one, this, and this complete chip is made up of silicon. Okay, it's look like plastic, but it's not a plastic, it's a silicon. This chip is made up of silicon. That's why it is called as the silicon. Understand?
And what is a single chip?
It's a single chip. Single means one. Single means one. It's a one chip. Understand, Mohanad?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Fadi. Fadi Hilwani, what is your answer? What is the question? Fadi?
Sir, but who made the system unit?
Who? Okay. Okay. Who made the? Wait a second. Wait a second. Who made the system unit? Okay. There is no development. There is no invention. System unit is made because of the small sizes. It's made because of the small sizes. Okay. If I ask you one question, that who invented the clothes? So clothes are invented. Clothes are invented from very old time. In the old times, the man, when the clothes were not there, the man or the humans use the big leaves. Okay, they use the big leaves in the old times, in the history, in the stone age. The humans use the big leaves to hide their bodies. They use leaves as a clothes. So can anyone answer this? Who invented the clothes? But when the new fabrics come, the new types of clothes were formed. Okay, so in the same way, there is no name for the invention of the system unit because system unit is just a body of the computer. Okay, but the microprocessor is made because of the microprocessor. The size of the computer is shrinked. Shrink means lessen up. So they become the less. The size of the computer becomes shrinked and they will become very small. So everyone, the industry, the factories, the computer industry make the small bodies for the CPU, so they make the small system units. Okay, Ayad, what is your question, Ayad? Ayad, are you there, Ayad? You can unmute yourself, Ayad.
Uh, is
is the CPU of the gaming how is the gaming CPU different from a normal CPU? Is the number of pins different or no?
Okay, if you want to ask simple difference, the simple difference is the difference of graphic card is there. In the normal computer, there is no much graphic card is available. But in the gaming CPU, you have a specific GPU, the graphic card for the games. So that's why they run very much easily. This is the simplest and the basic difference. There are so many other differences are also there, but this one is the basic difference. Understand,
Okay,
Yad?
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, Abdul Rahman Hussain. Abdul Rahman Hussain. Yes, what is your question, Abdul Rahman Hussain?
Why, sir, is the full form of the CPU Central Processing Unit?
Okay, why it is the full form? Because, okay, why do we call our brain a brain? Why do we call our brain a brain? Why don't we call our brain a chair? Okay, Abdul Rahman. Why,
Yes, sir.
why we call our brain a brain? Why don't we call our brain a chair?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay, then I will tell you why we call our brain brain, because from brain we can think. The word brain, BRAIN, means to think. Okay, that's why we call it a brain. In the same way, the CPU, why do we call it a CPU? Central Processing Unit. The unit means the piece. Okay, in the computer, the unit means the piece. Okay, the keyboard is a separate piece. The mouse is a separate piece. The monitor is a separate piece. The system unit is a separate piece. Because in system unit, there are so many things. In system unit, you have graphic card, you have hard disk, you have CD-ROM, you have DVD-ROM, you have microprocessor, you have motherboard. So there are so many things. So they put all the things inside one thing and name that a system unit. That's why they made it a system unit. And why do we call it a processing? Because that unit do the processing. Okay, the processing, in simple word, it's a work. Okay, it's a work. So why do we call it central? Because computer thinks from that thing. It's a processing unit. Every unit of the computer is doing a processing. Keyboard also doing the processing. When we type our name on the keyboard, keyboard do the processing and give the results to CPU. But keyboard is not the main source of the processing. The main source of the processing is the system unit or the CPU. That's why we call it the center. Because if your chip stops working, if your chip stops working, your computer will not work. Your computer is centrally based on the chip. The chip you are seeing on the screen, that complete chip is working in your computer. If this chip stop working, then your graphic card, then your mouse, then your keyboard, then your monitor, LCD, LED, nothing will work. Okay, so your computer whole depends on one chip, and that's a microchip. That's why we call it, it's a central processing unit. Means all the processing is done from that chip. Okay, understand that thing, Abdul Rahman Hussain?
Yes, sir, I understand. Thanks.
Okay, that's great, that's great. Okay, so let me clear it and move towards again the book one. So everybody take out a pencil and open the question on the page number 19. So everybody take out a pencil. Everybody take out a pencil and we are going to do the question on the page 19.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I am waiting for everyone so that everyone take out a pencil and open the page 19.
Yes, sir, I have opened now and take a pencil.
Okay, okay, that's great. That's great.
Sir, I
So,
open it on right.
Sir, I also open.
okay,
Sir,
that's great. That's great. That's so nice of you. Okay, so does the CPU do the following? The question on the page number 19 is saying, the question is saying, does the CPU do the following? You have to answer with yes or no. You have to answer with yes or no. You have to tell, is this thing is done by the CPU or not? Is this thing is done by the CPU or not? You have to tell me the answer. Okay. The first answer I am telling you, I will tell you the first answer. The CPU. The CPU does not process data. Okay, it's a clear no. Okay, it's a clear no. The sentence is saying that CPU will not process data. CPU is not processing data. So it's no, because in its name, in the name of a CPU, in the name of a CPU, there is a word processing. So why it will not process data? It will process data. So the answer is no. So the answer is no. Everybody understand this first question? Everybody understand this first question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Okay, that's great. So the word processing, CPU, C is central, P is processing, U is unit. So in its name, there is a processing. And someone say it does not process data. Why it will not? In his name, that thing is saying that it will do the processing. So the answer is clear, no. Okay. So the next one is the CPU directs the flow of information from computer to the printer. Okay. So directs means give directions, give route to the information from computer to the printer. For example, if we are printing any paper from computer to printer, okay, so will CPU give directions to computer towards the printer? So will CPU give directions or not? Okay, someone joins the class right now. Okay, wait for a second. I read a question in the chat. Wait for a second. Yes, Hatem is saying the computer is working on the microprocessor. Yes, the computer is working on the microprocessor. You are right. Okay, uh, ma- w- it's working on the microprocessor. Okay, so I will take question after this. After when I finish this question, I will take your questions. Okay, so hold your questions for some time. When I finish this question on the screen, then I will take your questions. Okay, so the question number two, I repeat the question again. The CPU give directions to the flow of information from computer to printer. Will CPU do this? Okay, Mohannad, can you tell me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, your answer is yes or no?
Question number 2.
Question number two.
It is yes.
Okay. So, Amr Ayman. Yes, Amr?
Sir, I think yes.
Okay. So, good. So, two people are saying yes. It's Mohannad and Amr. Let me ask two more people. Okay. Okay. So, we have Ghassan. Ghassan, you are not raising the hand. Ghassan, can you tell me the answer for this? Ghassan, you are not participating, not saying anything. Ghassan, are you there? You can unmute yourself now. Okay, Ahmad Mabrook. Ahmad Mabrook, you are not raising the hand. Can you tell me the answer for this one? Ahmad Mabrook, you can unmute yourself now.
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is the answer? What do you think?
I think it's yes.
Okay. Ahmad Mabrook is saying yes. Okay. Tafim. Tafim Zaman. Can you tell me the answer for this one? Tafim, are you there? You unmuted your mic, but you are not saying anything. Okay. So we have Abdul Mohsen. Abdul Mohsen, can you tell me the answer? Abdul Mohsen. Abdul Mohsen, you can unmute yourself now. Okay. Let me take Mazen. Yes, Mazen. Mazen, what is the answer?
Yes.
Okay, so Mazen is saying yes. Okay, so many students give the right answer. Very good, Mazen. Okay, some students send the answer in the chat. Let me take the name. Adam sent the answer. Adam said the right answer. Fahad and Jibrail Amin and Tafim. Tafim, you are unmuted. You are unmuted. Your mic was open right now. Till now, your mic is open, but you are not saying anything. Okay, your mic is unmuted right now. Okay, so Hatim give the right answer. Hussain, Fadil Hilwani, Abdullah Maiman, Muhannad, Jibrail Amin, Fahad Dani, Umar Muhammad, Muhammad Hussain, and Ahmadullah Maiman. Very good. So these students also gave the answer in the chat. Very well done. You guys said the right answer. The right answer is on the screen. The right answer is yes. Okay, the question number 3. The CPU does not enable a computer to function. Okay, the sentence or statement is saying the CPU will not allow. The enable means allowed, or it okay, it's on. This word is used for many meanings. The word enable means on, allowed, or can do. So the sentence is saying CPU cannot allow computer to function. CPU cannot allow computer to function. Is this so? If this so it's yes. If this not so, then it is no. What do you think? Will CPU stops computer to stop working, or keep you CPU allowed it? Okay, Soleh. Soleh, can you tell me the answer, Soleh?
Sir, the answer is no.
Okay, Soleh is saying the answer is no. Okay, let me ask another student. Okay, yes, Jibrail. Jibrail, what is the answer? It's
For
yes or no?
this answer is no.
Okay, okay, let's see who else we have. Okay, Fahad. Fahad, yes, Fahad. Can you tell me the answer?
The answer is no.
The answer is no. We have two Fahad in the class. Okay, that's good. Okay, Mohammad Hussain. Mohammad Hussain, can you give me the answer? Mohammad Hussain?
No.
It's a no. Okay, very good. Hatem, can you give me the answer?
The answer is no.
Okay, the answer is no. Very good. So Hatem, Mohammad Hussain, and Fahad, and Jibrail Amin, and one more student tell the answer. Okay, it's a no. So it's a no. Let me see how many students send the answer in the no. So the answer is no. Let me see. So some students send the answer in the chat also. Let me take the. Let me take the answer. Okay. So Abdullah Maiman, Fahad Dani, Amr Ayman, Rajatawa, Umar Muhammad, Kusai Ahmad, Muhannad, Adam, Hatem, Muhammad Hussain, Ahmadullah Maiman, and Amin Mazin, Ghazir Muhammad, and these students will give the right answer. Okay, you guys did the great job, very good. And the answer is no. Very well done. Very well done. Okay, so now we are at the question number 4. The question number 4 is the CPU is located in the scanner. Okay, located. The word located means the location. Okay, here it means it's placed. It placed in the scanner. So the location of the CPU is the word located is taken from the location. So the CPU is placed. The word located as a placement. The CPU is placed in the scanner. Is CPU is in the scanner? Okay. Amin. Yes, Amin. What is your answer, Amin?
No.
Okay, Amin is saying no. Okay. So Tafim Zaman also said the answer. Tafim, you are right. Rajatawa, you are right. Amin Mazen, you are right. Hatem, you are right. Hatem sent the answer. Okay. Ghazir Muhammad is also right. Okay. So let me see who didn't give any answer. Fadi Muhammad is right. Mazen, Soleh, Usai Ahmad, all are right. Okay. Omar Basim. Omar Basim, can you tell me the answer for this one? What is the answer?
Yes, sir.
What is the answer for the question number 4?
The CPU is located in the scanner.
Scanner. Is CPU is in the scanner?
No.
No. Okay, that's good. Okay, Mohammad Khalid Yusuf said the right answer. Amr Rahman said the right answer. Umar Mohammed said the right answer. Okay, so we have Adam. Adam, can you tell me the answer?
Of course, no.
Of course, no. That's great. That's a confident one. That's a confident answer. Very well done. Arhan. Arhan, can you tell me the answer? Arhan. Arhan, are you there? Ziad. Ziad, can you tell me the answer?
What, sir?
Can you tell me the answer?
It's yes.
Rajatava, can you tell me the answer? Rajatava?
Sir, it is no.
It is no. Very good. It's a no. Okay. It's a no. Okay. Mohamin Ehab. Mohamin Ehab, you are not raising the hand. Can you tell me the answer? Okay. Mohamin Ehab, you can unmute yourself now.
What, sir?
Can you tell me the answer for the question number 4?
What is the question, sir?
Question is, CPU is located in the scanner. Is CPU is in the scanner?
I forgot it, sir.
Okay. Is CPU okay? It's okay. No issue. We will see. Ryan, you are not saying anything. Ryan, can you tell me the answer? You are not raising the hand, not saying anything.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the answer? Question number 4.
Sir, I don't know.
Okay. Ziad, can you tell me the answer? Ziad. Yes, Ziad. What is the answer for question number 4?
Question number 4, sir. Question number what, sir? Question number what?
4.
Because
4.
the,
Question number
CP,
4.
the CPU is located in the scanner. Yes?
What do you think? It's true or false? It's yes or no?
No.
Okay, so Ziad is saying no. Good, that's great. Okay, so Mazen is also saying no. Okay, Ghazir Muhammad is saying no. Okay, okay. So the answer is no. The CPU is located in the scanner. No, it's inside the system unit. The CPU is located inside the system unit. So this is all about today's lesson. There is a one assignment available for everyone. In the class light, everyone, it's available. Okay, Jibrail Amin and Kusai Ahmad Hamad also said the answer. I will take your question in the next class. Right now the period is finished. We will meet in the next class. Okay, but remember, the assignment is available for everyone. Open the assignment. Okay, everybody understand this thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, bye everyone. We will meet in the next class.
Bye.
Session.
Bye for have a nice day.
Bye. Thank you. Have a nice day to you.
Have a nice day.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.